Welcome to Cotton Crash Crochet. My name is Rosa and we will be doing some crochet basics and stitches in this series. So for today we will be focusing on making chains and single crochets, or in UK terms that would be a double crochet. So our tools that we will need is a DK yarn. I will be using this Family Knit by Al Yarns in double knit, and it's the color Prawn. You will also need a 4mm crochet hook and a pair of scissors. So what you do is, inside your yarn you find your end and you pull it out. That way you don't have a ball of yarn rolling around on the floor all over. To start, we're going to make a slip knot. So you're going to hold the yarn with your thumb, wrap it around your 2 fingers, making sure to cross it, and then you're going to turn your fingers, take your crochet hook, pop it under the first yarn, hook the second, and pull through. So now you're going to gently let the loops slide off your finger while still holding the ends with your thumb and your ring finger. So just gently let it slide, and then you're going to pull with your hook. Now you can tighten this by pulling at the 2 ends, like so. And if you don't need this slip knot, all you do is you remove your crochet hook and you just pull it on both ends. So let's do that again. Pinch with your thumb, wrap the yarn around your 2 fingers, making sure to cross, turn your fingers around, take your hook under the first one, hook the second one, and gently pull them off. And there we go. So now we will be starting our foundation chain. I'm going to make a chain of 15 centimeters, or about 6 inches. So this tail end, the short end, we're going to hold that with our thumb closest to us, and the working yarn, this side, we're going to hold it on the other side of our hand, and we're going to handle that with these 3 fingers here. So I usually just hold it with my fingers like this. Everybody has their own method and you will find out what works for you. Some people wrap the tail around their pinky finger, some people use different methods. I find this works for me. So now we're going to make a chain. You're going to take your crochet hook underneath your yarn, hook the yarn, and pull it through the loop, like so. That's 1. Another chain, we're going to go under the yarn, hook the yarn, and pull it through the loop. Again, under the yarn, hook the yarn, pull it through the loop. So now we're going to continue doing that under the yarn and through the loop, like so. As you progress with your chain, you might see that your stitches vary in size. This will be because of your tension. If you are holding your yarn too tight, you will struggle to get your hook through the loops, and if your yarn is not tight enough, your loops will be much bigger, like so. What you need to do, and this takes practice, is to try and make all of your loops, all of your stitches as consistent as you can. So try not to vary in how tight you hold your yarn and at the beginning and the middle and the end of your project. But that comes with practice. In the beginning, it will be trial and error, and get ready to make a few mistakes. Okay, so I think that should almost be the right length. Let's see. Yeah, I've gone over a bit, but that's okay. So, as you can see, my chain is at about 15 centimeters. So now I'm going to make one more, and I'm going to start with my single crochets. So if you look at my hook, you will see just below it is the first chain, and this is the second chain. I'm going to start working into the second chain. So I'm going to take my crochet hook, pop it into that top loop there, like so, and then I'm going to take the working yarn over my hook, hook it there, and pull it through that loop. And now you'll see there's two loops on my hook. So once again, I'm going to take this working yarn, wrap it around my hook, and pull through both those loops. And now I've got one loop again. So we're going to do that again. I'm going to take my crochet hook into the next stitch. So that top loop there, I'm going to put my hook in. Then I'm going to take the working yarn, hook it, pull through the loop, and now I've got two loops on my hook. I'm going to take that working yarn again over the hook and pull it through both loops. So now I've got two single crochets. Into this next stitch, I'm going to take my crochet hook, pop it in under that top loop there. Then I'm going to yarn over, hook that yarn, and pull it through the loop. And now I've got two loops on my hook. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through both those loops. Okay, so now we've got 3 single crochets. And now I'm going to continue. Take my hook, pop it in under the top loop there, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Again, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, and again into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, and I'm going to continue into the next stitch, hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Again, go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Okay, I'm going to continue until I get to the end, and then I will meet you there. So I'm on my second last stitch, so I'm going to pop my hook into that last one, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops. So now we are at the end of the first row of single crochet stitches, and what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over and pull through. So we're going to make one chain, and then we're going to take these stitches, and we're going to turn it around like so. Now we're going to be working on the back. So once again, you're going to take your hook, you're going to go into the first stitch here. You will see there are 2 loops at the top of each stitch. We're going to be working into both those loops. So you're going to take your hook and pop it in underneath those 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through, and you have 2 loops on your hook. So yarn over and pull through. Again, into the second one, we're going to pop our hook in under those 2 loops at the top, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through both loops. Again, we're going to take our hook into that stitch under the 2 top loops right there, and then yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops, and into the next one. So there's your 2 loops there. You're going to pop your hook in underneath both, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. So once again, I'm going to continue with that until I get to the end. Okay, so I'm on my second last stitch of the second row, and for the last one we're going to pop our hook in underneath those 2 loops, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through both loops. Now again, we're going to chain 1, so that means we're going to yarn over and pull through, and that's the end of row 2. Now we're going to turn this around again, and now we're going to work this side. So take your crochet hook underneath those 2 loops at the top of your first stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Again, hook in underneath those 2 loops on top of the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. Again, hook in under the top 2 loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And again, hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So that is basically all there is to this little stitch. We're going to continue with that, practicing all the way. We're going to build this up until it makes a nice little square. So it's going to be 15 by 15 centimeters or 6 by 6 inches. And then I will meet you at the end to show you how to finish it off. Right, so I'm now on my second last stitch of my square, and I'm simply going to put my hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and now I'm done. So I'm going to chain one, and then I am going to snip the end of my yarn. However, because I want to use all my squares that I'm going to make in this series for a texture blanket, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a row of single crochets all the way around to make it easier to attach the squares to each other. So if you would like to join me in making a texture blanket, then you can follow along for this next part. So once again, I'm going to turn my square and I'm going to work a row of single crochets all the way around. And I will meet you at the end to show you how to do the turn on the corner. So I'm at my corner here and I've got one stitch left. So into that last stitch, I'm going to make 3 single crochets. So pop your hook in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And again, into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And again, into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both loops. And now you will see that your stitches curve around the corner. For the next bit, down this side, we're going to be making 1 single crochet into each row. So where you have a row, you can find a space where you can insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. And now you're just going to move down the line like so, making single crochet into every row. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. So you're just going to carry on with that all the way down. When you get to the next corner, you do 3 single crochets into the corner stitch all the way down, same thing on each corner, and then when you get here, I will meet you there. Okay, so now I've gone all the way around with my little border, and I'm just going to finish it off here at the end. Into the last stitch, I'm going to make my 2 single crochets because I already made one over there. And then I'm going to take my hook into that first stitch under the 2 loops. I'm going to pop it in, yarn over, then I'm going to pull it through, and now I'm going to pull that loop through the one that was already on my hook, like so. And now I've just got 1 loop again. Now I'm going to chain 1 and now snip off my yarn and pull it through so that it makes a little knot at the end. And there's our square. So if you worked your square and it did not come out in a square shape where one side was longer or shorter than the others, it would probably be one of 2 things. Maybe you had some stitches that you lost or that you added. So the first thing would be to count all of your stitches at the beginning and then count your stitches at the top and see if you have the same number of stitches. If that is not the problem, then it's probably just your tension, and that is something that you can only fix by practicing. So when you start off, you might have worked your stitches a bit tighter than at the top or vice versa. If you do need to frog your work, which means you take it apart, then all you do is before you make a knot, obviously, you take your tail in and you pull it, and all your stitches should come loose. Right, so I'm going to keep my square, and in my next video we're going to do a double crochet in US terms or a treble crochet in UK terms. And I'm going to keep all my squares, and at the end of this series we're going to sew all our squares together to make a texture blanket. So each square will have its own texture. I really hope you found this video informative. If you did, please like and subscribe, and you are welcome to leave any comments or suggestions in the comment section. I would love to hear from you, and yeah, I'll see you again soon for our next square. Bye.